Cleaning the typeface of a typewriter isn't exactly rocket science, but in this case it's a bit special. I figured, well, since this machine has a keyboard and typebar cord that you can pull out, it's very nice to, clean the entire thing outside of the typewriter. Well, all these keys are locked in place. You can't push them down any further. Well, the special thing about the Mercedes Model 4 is when you take the core out, you need to remove these screws. And what I figured out is, let's go to the side over here. These are the holes these screws come from. And mind this little bar over here. When you put the screws in, you'll see that that bar will start moving. See? And all of a sudden, those keys are freed up. So it has this fascinating locking all the keys in place system so you don't mess up the sensitive bits of this keyboard. Now, what I usually do is the following. I take a nice big rubber band, then I start from the top to the bottom, and I push everything as much as I can upwards. There we go. Makes life just a tad easier. And I take my rubber band. I can release those keys. Well, I don't need to touch them anymore. To make sure I don't damage anything underneath. Does this come out? It comes out, it seems. I'm gonna remove that so I don't drench it in spirits. There we go. That's the Typebar rest. And then I can put this underneath. And that way sensitive painted bits will be covered up before I start messing with all sorts of fun solvents. Then I put something beneath it to make sure I can absorb all the alcohol and stuff that comes out, to catch all the dirty stuff that's gonna come out. There we go. I can put you guys a bit up, and I can undo this, and then these can go all the way back down. Now, if you're doing this inside a typewriter, you also might want to cover up everything that has that can possibly get some splash damage. In this case, it's not very much, but still, because there is a painted section beneath it, I'm also going to cover up this bit as well. And I'm just using old pieces of pair of jeans for that, or other cloth. There we go. That looks rather covered up. Same on the other side. There we go. I think that's ready for surgery. My go-to product is isopropyl alcohol. It works great. Cleans everything out, because everything's gonna splatter. Don't forget to use your safety goggles. And I'm putting the isopropyl alcohol in a squirt bottle so I can apply it with fair accuracy wherever I want it to go. Also, just in case anything drips out through it. I mean, the painted bits are covered up, but still something can always go through the back. Over here, there's an old pizza box beneath it that I can mess up and just throw away afterwards. To clean those slugs, I have this lovely brass brush. Tinier the better, because you need to be able to maneuver a bit over here. Let's give this a bit of a rinse already. Let it soak in a bit. There we go, and now we can go. Why brass? Because brass is softer than the metals used in a typewriter. Well, most metals used in a typewriter. See, all the ink is coming off. You can see it's starting to splatter over here, which is why we cover everything up. The ink dissolving, everything turns black and blue now. There we go. I'm gonna rinse that off a bit. Maybe I just go over to the paper towel. Just get everything that's now blue off. See? Lovely color. It's already looking a lot better. Of course, now you can see that everything is on this Typebar as well. But that's not a big issue, because after I clean these, I usually go for each Typebar one at a time. First, the slugs, because these fellas are dirty. There we go. Round 2. Still blue gunk coming off, but it's already a lot less blue gunk. Sorry if my hand gets in the way, but this looks like red cabbage sauce. Go. I'm not able to get everything out. I'm just gonna squirt everything so it stays nice and wet with the brass brush. Some of these slugs are heavily caked. Some people use metal needles to go into those very cakey slugs. I prefer to use just wooden toothpicks. For example, this one over here. Because wood is definitely softer than metal. There we go. See all those little holes? I got the majority out with the isopropyl alcohol. But all those little holes still hold old crusted ink. So you need to get that out. If you want to have truly clean typeface, just poking a bit in it with a wooden toothpick gets everything out normally. See? Oh, this E is dirty. Same for this 8. And afterwards I'm gonna rub everything again. And this is the fast bit of cleaning. Other people prefer other solvents that are slightly stronger. I prefer the isopropyl alcohol because it's relatively safe. It's only an irritant and flammable, whilst lacquer thinner has potential carcinogenic properties. Same goes for mineral oils. Lovely how much gunk is always caked in these. But it's getting out of there. Yeah, this is maybe a bit of a boring video. I'll admit that. Ooh, that one was heavily caked. These are all rather fine. Alright. I think I got everything loose. Or definitely a lot better loosened up. Look at this, how shiny is that? Oh, lovely. Let's go over them one last time. It also helps that you clean your brass brush once in a while. Otherwise, all the purple stuff. Pretty. Well, it's looking rather smart now. Still a bit of gunky goodness over here. There we go. And over here. Ooh, this one is caked to hell. There we go. Nice. There we go. I think that's it for now. Now this next bit is completely optional, but I like to have my Typebars completely clean. As you can see, they are somewhat dirty. Now there are a few ways I usually tackle this. First I try to clean them with these. This is cut up Scotch-brite pad 7445. It's a bit of an industrial product. It's basically polymer with very tiny bits of aluminum oxide in them, or sanding paper. It's supposed to have the same roughness as quadruple zero steel wool, and if that doesn't work, I also have regular 000 steel wool that I use. What I do is this: take one of these little cubes or squares, put a bit of WD-40 on it, some isopropyl alcohol, and then I get to work. I put gloves on because, well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like solvents on my hands. I'm gonna show the results of both methods. This is just Scotch-brite pads. Sometimes it's not sufficient or enough. See, there's lots of stuff coming off already. Right, I'm gonna put that over here. Let's see. Normally I wetten the steel wool, but because the entire thing is already wet, It doesn't do too much extra, so I'm gonna stick with Scotch-brite pads. When you're done with that, take a piece of paper towel, clean it a bit, dry it a bit so nothing stays in there. The advantage of these little pads is that you don't get all those tiny bits of steel wool lodged into everywhere. Steel wool is great, but it leaves bits and pieces everywhere. See, that's shiny. And this one is still a bit dull. Okay, you can't see that difference very well on camera. But it's a lot cleaner right now. Go over it again. There we go. One down, many more to go. Another little tip I have is when you're busy with these and you need to stop somewhere, you can put just a little Q-tip in there and then you can see where the hell you left, so you can continue further on. So I'm halfway through. Before, after, I've already used quite a few of these. Before cleaning. And this one is after cleaning. So you can see it makes a lot of difference. Bye bye.